Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Church of Caboose, and welcome back to my channel. This video is a short and sweet one. We're going to be talking about preparing for Season 18, which starts on August 23rd. We only have a couple of weeks left, and if you're like me, you're getting a little bored, you're getting a little antsy, getting kind of excited for the day one raid of we are assuming either King's Fall or Wrath of the Machine, and there's stuff we can do to try and prepare in order to be the most set up for the next season, because why not? So if you enjoy this video, make sure you click the like button as well as comment something down below, and subscribing would be fantastic as well. This one we're going to mostly focus on how to get the new exotic next season without having to run a ton of lost sectors and hoping for RNG. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, whenever there's a new exotic, at least it started I think with Beyond Light anyways, when there's a new exotic, it is only acquirable through a lost sector. So what's going to happen is one of the lost sectors will be for the day, and it'll be legend and master difficulties will be available. If you run those lost sectors by yourself, you have a chance of getting whatever exotic is dropping for the day. So if it's a helmet, for example, you're running the lost sector and you have not gotten Lorelei, well, you're guaranteed to get Lorelei. So this works really well if you're trying to get the new exotic for you gotta run the lost sectors, but that can take a lot of time and be rather costly. So if you want to avoid all of that, what you can do is fill up your character's inventory to be completely full of engrams. You could use the trials engrams to play trials. Otherwise, you gotta just farm out the umbrals or the powerful engrams and until you get full. And God bless you, that's what you have to do. I had to try and get at least one or two on two of my characters when I was doing this, and it could take just a little bit. I would suggest either running the hero level Nightfall or farming out momentum control, because at least momentum control gets over quickly, and that can be a decent way of getting those emeralds full. So once your inventory is full of engrams you cannot hold anymore, so any engrams that drop will go to the postmaster. This is when you start farming out the lost sector. When you complete the lost sector, eventually is RNG, but eventually upon completion you'll have an exotic engram drop, and then it'll go into your postmaster back on the tower. And that is how you save this up. I think it's something to do with the coding. I'm trying this out for the first time. I've seen some other creators talk about this, and then I finally was like, you know what, I want to give this a shot. So I figured I would share with you guys this is what I'm doing to try and save myself a lot of time before the day one raid, because I would hate to have to spend hours farming out for a new exotic, because it might be super helpful with the day one raid, because I'm going to try and do that again. And instead of powering up or doing new content or farming new legendary weapons that are maybe really good, you never know, there's gonna probably be a lot of other stuff I'd rather do than farming out lost sectors. It also happens to work out really well if you are watching this today on August 7th until the daily reset on Monday, August 8th. Then you can do like a sub 3-minute lost sector grind. All right, it's in the Sunken Isles. It's called Skydock. It's on the EDZ, the very northern top part of the map. You go to it. It's anti-barrier, unstop, and void shields, which, you know what? If you've been running Grandmasters, you're already probably set up to do this. So all I used was an Arbalist, a void scout rifle. I used Aisha's, and then Storm Chaser, and I was clearing these things like 3 minutes. It was on the slow end. On my Titan, my fastest one was 2 minutes and like 18 seconds, 22 seconds, something like that. So the point being, you can get these out really quick. So if you're able to take advantage of this today before the last sector rotates, that'd be great. Otherwise, this will work out for you just fine, no matter what season it is, no matter what lost sector it is. I think it has something to do with the coding. Now, also, something else I'm trying out is I saved some exotic engrams from Grandmasters. So I'm going to turn those in next season, because I'll be like, I'm curious just to see. But I think it's going to have something to do with the coding. The fact that exotic engram came from a lost sector is probably why this whole thing works. So if you're with me and you want to try out something new because you want to be prepared, go ahead and give this a go. Some other things you can do to be ready for the next season would be to bounty farm. Specifically, you're going to look for bounties that have XP and then plus plus. Those are the weekly ones. So stuff like the Shawhound weekly bounty on the Khazar drone, or the Moon weekly bounties. Those are going to be great. Anything that's got XP and then 2 pluses next to it is going to give you the most XP gain. Then anything after that, you're going to look for XP plus. This is going to be any daily bounty from any vendor pretty much anywhere. So it's not going to be too hard to get these all wrapped up, but yes, it's a little bit annoying. However, if you're like me and you are trying to do the day 1 raid, we already know that things like seasonal mods can be incredibly helpful, such as the solar fulmination thing, or revitalizing blast, or classy restoration. You never know, we might have some stuff like that, and probably will, in our next seasonal artifact, which will be really handy for the raid. So to give myself and my team the best shot, I am farming up bounties to get as much as experience as I possibly can, so that way I'm more likely to get these done. Now make sure that you don't turn these in until you're with another fire team member, preferably one of a higher rank than you, because then you'll get even more experience, because they'll have small little boosts from the season pass for the fire team members when fire team members turn in bounties. Alright, other stuff you can do is try to farm out arc weapons that you think are going to be great. So if you're doing the Grandmaster this week with Hothead, it's a fantastic week. It got double drops. You're going to eventually get some pretty awesome rockets, and Hothead is a pretty unusual one that has lots of great rolls. I would suggest for you guys, if you're trying to do it this week, to go for something like Clown Cartridge and Tracking Module, Auto-Loading, Lasting Impression, Impulse Amplifier, Explosive Light, stuff like that. You can get all these rolls on this rocket, and it can work out really well. It's just one of the things. Otherwise, just farm out other arc weapons, try to get your builds going, see how you can have the most resilience, the most recovery, and then the most of whatever other stat you deem to be something that's desirable. And just gear in is gonna be a good one. A guy I know we interact with together, or sometimes on Twitter, Bobby Sox, he's part of a summit thing. No idea what they talked about, but he said it's really exciting, and that he's excited for what Bungie's got coming for us in the coming seasons and next season. So hey, I want to be ready to kick some butt, and I hate farming Lost Sector, so hopefully this video was helpful to all of you guys. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Please let me know down below what you are doing to prepare for the next season. I hope you have hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Have a great week, and happy grinding, y'all.